Welcome to the Star Wars Stuff Podcast.
You beat me to it. Where we talk all things Star Wars. My name is David.
I'm Mary.
And this is where we talk all things Star Wars. I already said that, right?
I think I said that.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I said welcome to the Star Wars Stuff Podcast.
You said it.
See, this is
I
what
said it.
happens.
We always
I
say
know.
it. Yeah.
This is what happens when you take some time to yourself and stuff, and I have to run the show without you.
It all
Do you
gets
talk? Do I
confusing.
talk? I talk. You talk. No, we both.
You
no.
talk first.
We-
I talk first.
We should try to do it in sync next time and see if we line up perfectly.
It's like, welcome to the Star Wars Stuff Podcast.
Where we talk about Star Wars?
Yeah. I saw you made my crawl super slow.
Yes, it was so fast last time. I was like, me and Zach, we're like, we cannot keep up with this.
We need to speed it up.
Oh,
As
no.
always, we want to thank all of our awesome Patreon supporters out there. Liam McCallion, Kevin Leininger, Deb McCaffrey, Zach Netzel, Maya Morris, Adam Haber, Front Row King, Cam from Indiana, Mariana T. Arnold, Rest Jedi 27, Alex Bundell, Indiana Solo, BC Doomit, and Sean Smith. Thank you so much for your awesome love and support out there. Also,
Thanks,
Legion
Sean.
Sabers. Use the code STUFF at checkout for a special discount, $5 off, I believe. There's a 20% sale right now.
I edited that for you too. I updated that
Thanks.
one for you. You're welcome.
Well, I mean, I think it's going to change after the month is over. This might be our last podcast for this month. So
Oh,
I just
oh
was gonna leave
yeah.
it, but yeah, we'll be in June.
We're already in June. And you know what's happening in June? We all get to hang out.
We
should
all
see
get
the
to go to
list I've created.
Space Con.
14.
Don't pay
No, it's like
attention to the
less than
14.
It's like it's less than that, right?
But
was like,
if you look at the
'cause
bottom right-hand corner there on the screen on YouTube or Facebook or wherever you're watching us, Instagram, it's going to happen June 12th through the 14th. And there's going to be some very special people there. Mariana T. Arnold is going to be there. One
Who's
of our
that?
top-tier Patreon supporters. Zach Netzel is going to be there. Adam Haber, another one of our top-tier Patreon supporters. You're going to see him.
The
Gonna
two
see
founders
me.
of the podcast.
The founders.
The two founders, James and David.
You're going to see multiple founders that claim to be founders.
Craig 5 will be there. You get to
Craig
try to
5.
beat him at trivia. I'm telling you guys, anyone who comes up to the booth and gives Craig a question that he cannot answer in trivia, I will give you a crisp high five and a bracelet. I'm making bracelets. I will give you a bracelet.
Yes.
You know what? I think I'm going to make bracelets that said, I beat Craig. If you can stump Craig at trivia, you will get a I beat Craig bracelet from me.
Nice. Hello, Patricia Bradshaw, 3325 on YouTube.
Hi.
She says 6'7",
Oh, no.
WWE. So John Cena is going to be there with us as well.
Yes, I'm so
now that you
excited.
mention that. Yeah. I was hoping for maybe like Danhausen, but
I don't know who that is.
man, I went through the whole like Danhausen rabbit hole type thing this past weekend. It's interesting.
He wasn't one of the brothers, right?
No, he started off as an indie wrestler and he joined the AEW, and then from there the WWE signed him. And
what was his name in the was he like he's not like the Undertaker, right? Like I know
no, his first name I believe is Donovan, and then his last name is Danhausen, I believe.
Okay.
But he wears like Kiss type makeup. He looks like he could play for Kiss.
Okay.
And
Okay,
he curses
I'm
people.
picturing the Undertaker.
He will his signature thing is like he will curse people. He will curse things, I guess. And what was funny was he was on Sports Center and he cursed the New York Knicks and they lost 2 games.
No.
And then the curse was lifted and they've never lost since. But the cool thing is he has now cursed them if he doesn't get a seat front row in a finals game.
You know what? I wish I had that kind of power. That'd be nice.
So those tickets are going for like $100,000 for one basketball game. And as you can see, the hat I'm wearing, that's my team, the Spurs. They play tonight, and I'm doing a podcast here at Pastime. And
Is that what's happening right
maybe, well, I mean, I'm also delivering pizza simultaneously, so I'm just,
now? Okay.
it's gonna be weird, and
Good luck.
I don't know. In my
I'll send them
brain, I
happy
think,
thoughts.
yeah, I think there's a little bit of like karma that goes into that. I'm working, I'm making money for the podcast, possibly if I get paid that night. Um,
Oh
Very
man.
confusing, very complex, but um, yeah, the big story is definitely Marcia Lucas.
Rest
She
in
has passed
peace.
away. And we've always talked about her on the podcast as being
Hmm.
one of the most influential people that started that kicked off Star Wars.
Yeah.
There are a few now documentaries that really go into detail about her vital importance to Star Wars. We've heard all the stories of George Lucas screening Star Wars for his director friends, Spielberg and Brian De Palma, and I believe Francis Ford Coppola was in that theater too. And they all didn't like it except for Spielberg, but it was like a really rough, I think, assembly type cut of the film, no effects. Spielberg said he could see it, but I mean,
He's got the eye for it and the brain for it, you know?
right. He was probably already filling in the blanks. I mean, he's got such
Hmm.
a vivid and creative imagination. He could see it. He could
Yeah.
see the final edit of the film. And he was close friends with George. He still is. But when the movie was edited together or put together, Marcia didn't like it. Marcia Lucas was like, well, there's a few things we could do. Um, and she made the recommendations. And of course, we always talk about faster, more intense. That's the general direction that George Lucas always gave. She actually did that in the edit as well. She came up with the idea of Obi-Wan dying. Spoiler alert. In A
Oh
New
my
Hope.
gosh.
And
If anyone listening to this needed that spoiler alert, you're not listening to the right podcast, friends. Oh my goodness.
it's a 49-year-old spoiler alert. Um, so I believe she came up with that. She also was instrumental in the final trench run scene
Hmm.
where you had to build that tension where they showed the graphic of the Death Star moving and intercutting between the trench run and Leia. I mean that was awesome. And of course,
Yeah.
she won an Academy Award, and there's a very famous picture of her with the two other editors, and I'll bring it up right now. And Marcia Lucas won an Academy Award. George Lucas didn't, which in hindsight, maybe he probably should have. And of course, we all know the story of Annie Hall winning Best Picture, and it probably should have been Star
Yeah.
Wars. Because of course we
There's
don't
no
attend
there's no
Annie
annual
Hall.
hall celebration.
Yeah, we don't attend Annie Hall celebration or look forward to an Annie Hall celebration. I don't think anyone does. But yeah, she was born in 1945, the same year as my mom. I had no idea. Um, but yeah, she's passed away at the age of 80, and
I believe it was cancer. And I know she actually recently was in the news, maybe in like the last month, 2 months
yeah,
and stuff, where she kind of spoke out about the sequels and her take on them and her beliefs and how she felt it lined up and didn't line up with the franchise and etc. So it felt very much now knowing this piece, like maybe she was speaking her piece before, she knew her time was coming and
hmm
stuff. And like I'm sure like so her and George got divorced many, many years ago and stuff.
yeah,
Um
in the 80s.
so in the 80s, yeah, they got divorced. They have a child together, Amanda and stuff. And I'm sure Star Wars was a child for them. It was a project they both worked on. Like even uncredited, she like made suggestions and like, in any relationship of two creatives, they work with each other and off of each other to like accomplish what they're trying to create. So it very much feels like Star Wars was one of their children as well. And she cared really deeply for it.
Yeah, there's an article on Star Wars Newsnet. I'm going to read some of it here. It's entitled Marcia Lucas passes away at 80. Oscar-winning editor worked on original Star Wars movies. Marcia Lucas, one of the key editors of the original trilogy and the first wife to Star Wars franchise creator George Lucas, has sadly passed away at the age of 80. Variety reports that she died peacefully after a battle with cancer on Wednesday in Rancho Mirage, California. Described as her husband's secret weapon, I'd agree with that. Lucas worked alongside her then husband as an assistant editor for THX 1138 and as a full editor on American Graffiti, Star Wars, and Return of the Jedi, while also working with fellow New Hollywood director Martin Scorsese on Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, Taxi Driver, and New York, New York. Her efforts as an editor got her an Academy Award for Best Editing on Star Wars after she was previously nominated for her work on American Graffiti. She is survived by her remaining family, daughters Amanda Lucas and Amy Soper. Her grandchildren, Felix Halikanian, Elena Halikanian, and Knox Soper. And her chosen family, Sarah Dyer and John Taylor, who have issued the following statement. Marcia will be remembered as a brilliant storyteller, a trailblazer for women in film, a loving mother and grandmother, a generous host, and a loyal friend whose humor and sparkle filled every room she entered. Her influence on film is indelible, but those who knew her best will remember the way she made life feel more vivid, more beautiful, more fun, and more full of love. Her work was known for its emotional intelligence, rhythm, and humanity, a rare ability to find the truth of a scene and being heart, momentum, and clarity to the screen.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I could only hope someone says such nice things about me when my time comes. Like, that's how you really affected and touched people's lives, is what they say about you when they know you can't hear it.
Yeah. But yeah, it cannot be overstated how important she was to the success and the enjoyment that you get when you watch the original film, because she had a major hand, a major role in it. And she lived an incredible life and was important to the podcast, our podcast, the future of cinema, essentially. She was. And we talk about the perfect storm of Star Wars, everything that needed to happen, everything that needed to go right, it did. And she was a huge part of that. And I thought of all the shirts that James has where it says directed by Irvin Kershner, directed by Ryan Johnson. There's one out there, I believe. By. Yeah. Does he have the edited by Marcia Lucas?
I have no idea, but he needs it.
Yeah. I think somebody's already made that, but yeah, just incredible talent. And somebody actually did something really special just in time. I think it was last year. They actually sat down with Marcia Lucas and did a full-blown interview with her. If you go on YouTube, you can find it. And she goes into her personal life. She goes into Star Wars. And it's really interesting because she was out of the spotlight for decades until she finally did this kind of sit-down interview and talked about her life. But she was just a tremendous talent, and she deserves the recognition for what she did. And hopefully more people give it to her and realize that, she was a huge contributing factor. So thank you, Marcia Lucas.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
James says he needs to get one.
Oh, yeah. He's watching us right now. Yeah. I thought he had one already, but I think we just talked about it. And she's going to live forever in the minds of Star Wars fans. When you go back and do the research, and generations to come will look back and be like, okay, well, wow, she's a big part of it. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, moving on to the box office for The Mandalorian and Grogu. I've seen all kinds of different reports out there in regards to the box office.
I think I think
Go ahead.
someone said like it barely made 68, and I was like, well, no, that's not true. Like I think like Saturday, Sunday it only made 68, but like the whole weekend, like do you count Monday? Do you count
Yeah.
Friday and stuff
It's
like
tricky
that?
because it was Memorial Day weekend and you had the Monday
Mm-hmm.
that I think the industry was going to factor in anyways. And then you have domestic, you have international. When you combine it, it's almost to the point where they cover the total amount it took to pay for the movie.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
But
already paid for itself.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, there's a story also on Star Wars Newsnet. I will read that as well.
That's a pretty cool picture. I like that one. I would like that poster. I need
Yeah,
to find that.
yeah, I do love the fact that they just keep on like dropping like brand
Yes.
new. It's just like brand new poster after poster.
I'm like such a nerd about art, especially like all kinds of art, but especially like Star Wars art. So this like scratches like the perfect part in my brain where it's like, yes, I want more of this. I want new posters all the time. I want new art pieces all the time.
Yeah, I like to go to bottleneck.com, Bottleneck Gallery, I
Okay.
believe. Maybe I'm not saying it right. I don't know. But it's different artists around the world that will do a super nice poster, a very
Ooh,
unique. And I have a few of them for. I have an Ahsoka one actually. It's in my loft here in my house,
I need to see
and
it.
they will only sell it for one day, and then it's gone forever. And then you see them come up on eBay for like hundreds of dollars because,
Wild.
and it's that
It's
thing where it's like,
exclusive.
yeah, we went through the whole Reed Pop thing where people get in there and they buy like 20 of them. People do that for this website, and it's almost impossible to get the deluxe print or um,
Mm.
the variant prints. There's one that they made where it's Luke fighting Vader in Return of the Jedi, and one lightsaber it's like coming at you, and the other lightsaber is going away from you, and
Oh,
it's like
cool.
$300 on eBay because it's
You
so
know
rare.
what?
And all these conventions that I've been to, and we've all been to, I always look for these, and nobody sells them because they're that rare. And I don't
I
want to
mean,
pay
that makes
$300 for a
sense.
poster.
That makes sense. So, like, all my art, majority of it is like local artists and stuff that I've met at cons and everything, like, including this like really great Leia and stuff. Always get them signed, everything. Support your local artists. Always support your like all this local artists and stuff because you
Yeah,
just
for
never
sure,
know.
for sure.
It's an investment, and it helps creativity out there. But you need to text me that website name later. I'm gonna need that.
Yeah, I believe it's Bottleneck Gallery.
Okay.
So it looks like Alexander Wilson out there on YouTube says, "Go read the Deadline articles on the Mando box office. So they tell the accurate truth." All right, I'll go
Okay.
out there
Period.
and
Thanks, Alex.
let me see. There's a lot of Mandalorian and Grogu articles out here on Deadline, and I do trust Deadline. But I don't see anything about the box office listed.
Maybe you need a Google search.
Well, I'm actually on the site. I'm looking it up right now. I hate it when you see an article and then it just like disappears because they have so many writers on these sites. Yeah. I don't see it, but I'll read the one that I have up for Star Wars Newsnet. It says The Mandalorian Grogu exceeds expectations with a 98 million 4-day result, but is the film a hit? It says, with its opening weekend behind us, Star Wars Mandalorian Grogu is potentially looking to succeed as a modern May Star Wars release where Solo, a Star Wars story, sadly failed. And oddly enough, that's despite the fact that its 4-day weekend gross is pretty much on par with the 2018 box office bomb. So are we looking at a hit or a relative disappointment? Early Early tracking for the film has suggested domestic opening as low as 71 million, which would have pointed to the movie that would struggle to reach its break-even point, not to mention Disney's own alleged hopes that the film could make something in the 500 million to 600 million range at the box office. It was more of a I have a bad feeling about this situation rather than this is the way. Projections eventually stabilized around 80 to 90 million. For the 4-day weekend, however, it looks like The Mandalorian Grogu was a movie that audiences weren't in a rush to see immediately, so much as they were interested in seeing the movie over the holiday weekend as a whole. By the end of the first Friday, it was clear that the $80 million bar was underselling how well the movie could end up performing. In the end, despite Thursday night previews sitting at 12 million, just below Solo's, the movie eventually collected 98 million over the 4-day weekend, of which 82 million was from the Friday Sunday window, according to the finals released on Tuesday. Solo earned 102 million and 85 million in those same time frames, respectively. The story, however, evolved in the opposite direction of Solo. The Ron Howard directed movie was initially severely overestimated by tracking, and lost steam as the weekend went on. Jon Favreau's film, however, was underestimated and gained steam through word of mouth. The former also cost something in the range of 300 million, while the latter was around 165 million. All right, they do mention Deadline. Deadline claims that Disney reportedly popped the metaphorical champagne in response to these numbers. So whatever the case, they're happy with how the movie is done so far, at least for the opening weekend. If you take international numbers into consideration, the movie has grossed 167 million globally so far and counting. And actually got a link to Deadline here. I'll click on that.
There we go.
And it says Star Wars The Mandalorian Grogu opens to 167 million worldwide, 98 million 4-day US. What does this even mean? It says updated with Tuesday AM figures. The last time a Star Wars movie under Disney ownership registered a low opening, it was 2018 Solo Star Wars Story with an 84 million 3-day, 103 million 4-day, and 153 million worldwide in like for likes. We bashed that result. I got a link for that. The ambitious Star Wars expansion picks. Ticket sales were impacted by behind the scenes drama, in addition to the fact that Alden Ehrenreich was no Harrison Ford. Now Disney's latest Lucasfilm title, The Weekend Star Wars The Mandalorian Grogu's opening lower with 81 million 3-day and a 4-day 48 million with 167 million worldwide. 69 million from 51 offshore territories. So I think their strategy kind of worked. I think they kind of saw the writing on the wall and didn't go for the big $300 million spectacle. They it only cost them 165 million. And of course, like Alexander says here on YouTube, studios only received about half of the box office, so it needs to make a lot more to make money. I mean, yeah, you got to pay the actors, you got to do P&A. I mean, there's a lot of factors. All the junkets, the travel. I know they went to Brazil. I think they went to Asia.
Went to London, Tokyo.
Yeah, yeah, they pretty much went all over. But in my opinion, like I said last podcast, they need to go the Blumhouse route. They need to go even cheaper. For something like The Mandalorian Grogu, we already have the sets, the costumes.
You know what the thing is?
The infrastructure.
Where all the money went was to a lot of these big names. They need to start using no-name actors and stuff, right? That was George Lucas's route and stuff. It made it affordable, all those things. People got introduced into the film industry. But when you pay for someone like Pedro Pascal and Sigourney Weaver and stuff like that, you're going to be paying a lot regardless. You know? It's I mean, I don't know, but a part of me is very much like maybe a fourth of what they spent is just on them.
Yeah.
Especially if Pedro is showing his face in the movie.
Yeah.
Starfighter, I don't think will be any different. You got Amy Adams and you got Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm very curious to see how much that movie is going to end up costing them. And then you got Sean Levy and then Tom Cruise showing up, and it was very public that Tom Cruise showed up. So who knows if he's going to be like, "No, I was just there for fun," or if he's expecting a cut.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's even possible for Lucasfilm to drop like a $30 million film. I
Oh,
don't know if it's even like within the realm of possibility. I don't know as far as like contracts go or what, but make a small movie. Make a
yeah.
small movie, give it a crawl. Just
Yes.
make it Star Wars and everyone's going to go see it and you're going to make so much money opening weekend. It's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, I just and the crazy thing is like they have so much stuff already. Like we've
Hmm.
all seen the videos where a bunch of like media personalities and stuff got to go to the warehouse with all the props. They've got a ton of stuff. I bet you if any fan walked into that room and grabbed like 7 different props, they could make a whole movie, like a short film out of just those 5, 7 props
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
There's a big movement in the horror genre right now, with A24 and Focus Features,
Yeah.
where they're only spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the box office is like in the millions, and they're making
Didn't
all
that
their
happen
money
with
back.
Obsession?
Yeah, yeah. I was just
Yeah.
about to bring up
Oh,
a meme that popped up here.
too. I can't read it. It's too far.
It says Disney execs watching a 750,000 R-rated horror perform just as well as their $160 million family-friendly
Oof.
blockbuster.
That's painful.
And you see at the bottom, Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps.
That's so good.
And that's what I'm
Ugh.
talking about. If Lucasfilm is listening, make the little like indie type project, and you can
Yeah.
put it in the theaters as a Star Wars film, still from Lucasfilm. But
Yeah.
the issue is you're gonna have to pay the people that work on it a lot of money, and their I don't know, I want to say asking rate or whatever is a lot. And you have established people. This is a major studio that you have to pay a lot of money to. But I mean, if you make it small, they could really make money. And it screams to me and it whispers simultaneously, it's old man thinking. You got to think new. You got to think young. You got to get the kids. You got to get the kids involved. There's a 19-year-old director that just created a film for A24 and they say
Mm,
it's incredible.
yeah.
We got to get the kids involved. We got to get the kid movement going here. It's I'm
You,
already considered old. It's passed me by. I'm 44. There's 19-year-old directors now.
no. No, you're still young. Um,
Yeah.
do you think because the name Star Wars carries so much weight, the expectation is to have big directors like Sean Levy and like um Taika and stuff like that, you know? Like they
Yeah.
couldn't get away with something like that anymore. Like it's a nice concept and I'm all about introducing new actors and actresses and writers and directors and stuff, get fresh ideas. I mean, that's why I love Tony Gilroy doing Andor. He was not a Star Wars fan writing Star Wars and we got such fresh new and that I mean that show was costly, but it was
Right.
so worth it, you know? So it's like
Yeah.
can you get away with not having a big name director, producer, writer, or at least a couple of big names in the movies? Because then they're going to be like, oh, Star Wars couldn't even afford this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a hard one to balance out and figure
Yeah.
out. Especially when they have Disney as their backing. It's like, like I think Dave Filoni said it when we were in Japan. He's like, "Yep, we've got loth kittens. They're really cute. They come in lots of colors. Go buy them. We've got to pay Disney back the money that they gave us to make this kind of thing." So like even he wasn't the CEO then or partner CEO or anything, and they feel that pressure too of like, "Yep, they're giving us a lot of money to do stuff, so we got to give them that money back."
Hmm.
So
Yeah, Alexander Wilson on YouTube says Lucasfilm can't make an indie film. There's probably reasons why they can't do it, but
We
You got
wish.
to disrupt that somehow, some way. There's got to be something. There's got to be like a new like Fox Searchlight type of Lucasfilm
As I say,
arm or something.
they got to
And
create an
that's
offshoot.
there's got to be something of that nature. I know it probably wouldn't work that way, but I mean, there has to be something. I mean, and things are evolving, things are changing. Everyone has a camera in their pocket. There's YouTube, and Disney's not afraid of AI. I know that whole deal fell apart with Sora, but
Hmm.
they're trying new things, and I just feel like that's kind of the way to go at this point. You need to.
Careful.
There's
That is
what
a that's a big topic of conversation.
no, I'm saying the way to go is go smaller, even smaller than the
Uh,
Mandalorian.
Gotcha. I thought
That's
you were
I'm
saying
well. I mean,
AI.
you have yeah. You definitely need to use AI as a tool. Of course, the deep fake stuff you need to use it as a tool. I mean, there's so many people still alive that want to see Han, Luke, and Leia. That there
Yeah,
needs
I
to
think
be
we
a
know one of
way.
them.
Yeah. There is a way to do it, and they just need to figure that out. And it's tough though. And they did hire the deep fake guy that was doing all the deep fakes back in the day from his garage or basement or whatever.
That's right.
Um, and yeah, Alexander also mentioned um, that he didn't think the movie was very good at the Mandalorian Grogu. A lot of people thought it was good. Some people didn't. I mean, it's everyone's opinion. Film is subjective. James loved it. I think he loved it more than anyone. He wrote a review on StarWarsStuffPodcast.com, and he just overwhelmingly loved it. So
Yeah.
I'm happy that he did. I think he gave it a 9.2. I think I gave it a 7.2.
Yeah, I
Um,
gave it a 8.9 or 9 point. Yeah,
yeah, so you're
8.9.
right in the middle. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. But yeah, and also
Yesterday.
the thing promoting the film. If you do like a $20 million film, the promotion costs a lot. But does it
Yeah.
really have to?
I
You
mean,
don't
so
have to fly him to Asia.
here's the thing, like the promotion I think they did was actually the most minimal that they could have done.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
stuff. I mean, they waited to the last minute so they're not paying for lengths of time to run things, have billboards up, buses, etc. Um, the tour, they got to do it. There's no way around that. Do they need to go to Asia? Yeah, because they had to like bring in this international market in because they already knew how a lot of people here like the whole reason Celebration sold out so fast, is it's in the States. We are the biggest group of Star Wars fans here, and it was already a mixed bag
hmm
of how people feel about it. So it was a smart move for them to go international, go to Asia, go to Tokyo, go to London, go to Brazil. So it's like, well, if we don't think we're going to make the money here in the US, let's go make it overseas
yeah.
and stuff. So I don't think they had a choice with that. Also, one thing that we've like brought up on the podcast is they did use a lot of like social media um like talent and stuff like that. I don't know what people's specific deals are, but for the most part, I know a lot of it is like you're paid through the experience by getting the experience. So that's one way that they do it. It's like we already know everyone listens to these people
Yeah.
because they've built their pages off of being fans. So
hmm
they attract more fans, right? And more
hmm
power to them. Like I get it. So, it's one of those things like I don't think they could have saved any money on media at all. I think they pretty much did everything they could to make it low cost.
Alexander Wilson on YouTube says, "Get Tony Gilroy back to do Star Wars. That'll fix the problems."
Please.
He
I
says he never
agree.
wants to come back. He said he's done, but
Was
never
10
say
years of
never.
his life?
Yeah, 10 years of his
It's a long
life.
time.
Yeah, it was great though. Looks like John Powell. How the
Hi,
composer
John.
John Powell is it? He says on YouTube, Mando's going to lose. Oh, you know him?
No,
No.
I'm just
Oh,
saying hi.
Mando's going to lose at least 150 million. Um, Star Wars needs a director like Denis Villeneuve. They were in. I think Kathleen Kennedy before she left, she said she was in talks with David Fincher, and
Uh,
he worked at ILM for a while, and then they tried to get him to do The Force Awakens. He said no because he was scared of like the
he's
hate
scared
and
of
what it would
us.
do.
because he's
Yeah,
scared
he's
of Star
scared of
Wars
the
fans.
fans. The fans could
Yeah.
be diabolical. Um, I think Denny is locked up for a while doing something outside of Dune. I think he wants to get away from sci-fi. I think that's what I heard. Yes, of course. Family Cavazzo says on YouTube they need to be smart when using AI. Yes, yes, definitely. Spielberg had a quote. He's doing a Disclosure Day press, and he said that AI should be used as a tool, but it really shouldn't be used to create to generate anything creative. That was his stance on it. Um,
Mm.
and I know Guillermo del Toro also has very strong emotions towards AI as well.
Are we gonna go see Disclosure Day? Are we gonna go see it?
I'm gonna see it Monday before it drops
Rude.
in Austin, but during SpaceCon, it's gonna drop. Well, we could probably see it that Thursday night, but then again,
I mean, I guess it
Zach won't
depends
be
who
there.
wants to. I was gonna say it depends who wants to watch it
Yeah,
and stuff. Because I know for sure me, you, James.
yeah,
We'll see if
and
Craig
it's
wants to go.
getting great reviews. It's people are saying the greatest Spielberg film in the past 20 years or whatever. And Emily Blunt's performance is great.
I like Emily Blunt a lot, but every time I see her in a movie, she's the same person. She's the same character. Like she's not very dimensional. But I like her. It's just weird. It's like I have a few people who are like that. Like Tom Hanks is always Tom Hanks, whether he's Forrest Gump or he's on an island talking to a volleyball. He's always
What
even
about
when
in
he
Toy
played Mr.
Story?
Rogers. Yeah, Woody is Tom Hanks. Yeah, he's always Tom Hanks to me. Same thing, Tim Allen. He's always just Tim Allen, like Buzz
Yeah.
and Tim Allen from like the Home Improvement, same character. And Emily Blunt's it is. And Emily Blunt is the same way for me. You know, when they get just like too famous, like them as a person
Yeah.
kind of thing. Steve Carell, he's another one. Steve Carell's
It's
always
always
just Steve
weirded me
Carell.
out that Tom Hanks's brother has the exact sounding voice as him. And he does
No.
like all the
Oh yeah, the
like
witty stuff.
toys and video games.
It freaks me out that Tom Hanks has a son that sings reggaeton.
What?
Yes.
You're not talking about Colin Hanks, are you? You're talking about someone else, right?
Yeah, his other son. He has like that weird name. I'm gonna
Uh,
send this to you. It's wild.
Alexander Wilson on YouTube says I gave Mando a 2 out of 10. I thought it was horrible.
Dang. Dang.
John Powell says 165 million was what the California tax credit number was based on. That didn't include the majority of the actual budget. Okay.
Yeah. I know that tax
Alexander.
credit helped out the pit a lot. But I mean the pit is one of those shows they really only have one set. You
Yeah.
know? They have a ton of people. What the pit spends money on is how many people are on set every day that they're
Yeah.
filming.
Alexander Wilson on YouTube says Tom Hanks will always be Forrest Gump.
Chet. His kid Chet.
That's what I was
Chet
gonna say,
Hanks.
but I was like, am I
Yeah.
like
Not
crossing like
Colin.
weird science or something?
No, Chet.
I don't know.
He plays music like a reggaeton music, like he
Yeah, he's like
sings.
tatted all over. He's got like
Yeah.
dreadlocks, or yeah, I've seen him before. All right, so
Little
the
kid
next topic,
problems.
the next topic we have is a place not too far away from Mary.
I'm so excited.
It is the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art. They
Yes.
just dropped an article in Vogue magazine, and Mary's going to read the entire article for you right now.
Heck no. Heck no. That article is so long.
Okay, so
Me and David
let's
had a
go over
nice
some of
big
these
debate
pictures.
about this.
Yeah, the museum looks awesome. It
It
reminds
does.
me
I'm
of like a
so
basketball
excited.
shoe.
I
Some people say
honestly think
spaceship.
I need to drive by and see what it looks like from like the street. Maybe grab a couple of pictures for our Patreon.
Yeah,
But
man,
that's
it's
okay. So
pretty much done.
if you guys look if you're looking at this picture on YouTube right now, right in the middle, all the way in the back where that mountain is, landscape, that's where I live.
Nice.
You could see my house. Not really, but that's where I live. Right where those two mountains kind of peak
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. The picture that everyone's like freaking out about is this one right here. The one
Yeah.
with General Grievous and his wheel
Ah,
bike. And then George
cannot
Lucas
wait.
standing in the back. And the kids
Supervising.
say he's aura farming.
He is.
Yeah. It's going to open September 22nd of this year, correct?
Yep. No, yeah. 9/22.
Yeah. And I
We
believe
will
it's
be
got a
there
couple of
potentially.
theaters.
It's got 2 theaters, it's got 2 restaurants. So I'm very curious what they're gonna show there. I think there'll probably be like an intro talking about the museum. Melody and George will probably do some interviews and they'll play those interviews in at least one of those theaters and
Hmm.
stuff like on a loop for people. I'd be very curious if they're gonna show certain films because it is narrative art and it's all about storytelling, right?
Hmm.
So I'd be curious if they're gonna do films. I know, so I'm one of the I signed up to be a founding member. So I know like some of the information that I've gotten already is that there will be specialty events all
Hmm.
year round and stuff. And some of those events will be art pieces, film pieces, etc. So I'm sure at least one of those theaters, if not both, will be set up for special events things as well. Ah, it's so cool. I know one part of the article that I really loved was one of George's quotes. Let me see if I can find it really quick. I should have just like copied and pasted into a note. Uh-uh-uh.
Family Cavazos on YouTube says, I really looking forward to the founders packet from the Lucas Museum coming this summer.
Ooh, what level did you sign up for? Oh, here it is.
And the library, according to the article, is open to everyone. You don't have to be
Yes.
a member of anything. So
No.
I think
And
that's
I
really cool.
think yeah, I think one of the big things too was like for schools and certain like field trips and things like that, it's completely free.
Wow. I really wasn't sure about the museum until I attended the panel at San Diego Comic-Con and I was in the press pit.
Yes.
I got to see George Lucas with my own eyes, up close and personal, walk the stage, and just the way he spoke about it, and there's always been that feeling of okay, well, there's the like Norman Rockwell stuff, which George Lucas is a huge collector, one of the biggest collectors I think in the world of Norman Rockwell art. That's going to be on display, but he talked about the museum being the museum of the people, and he included comic books and any type of narrative storytelling in there that they didn't distinguish between what like art critics think is actual art and what isn't, and he considers it all to be art because it's all a contributing factor. And I always think about him talking about in interviews where he says they never give awards to popular stuff and all my stuff is popular, so I never really got awards. I think this was a few years back when
Oh yeah.
he said I only got maybe 2 or 3 awards, and the interviewer was like, "Where do you keep your Oscar?" And he's like, "I don't have one," which
That's
is wild.
hilarious.
And
Yeah,
I think he does have an honorary Oscar now, but
he does.
it's yeah, it's kind of one of those things where he didn't win it in the category for that year for
Yeah.
anything. Um, but he's undeniable. I mean, he's opening up this museum for everybody. You can see all kinds of different art, sculptures, paintings, comic books, Star Wars. There's a lot of prequel influence. There's going to be an N1 starfighter in there. I think that's going to be
Yes.
really popular among us,
Oh
and
yeah.
hopefully we'll all be there September
We will
22nd.
be. I've already told you you don't have a choice. You're gonna be there. Have your ticket.
So okay, you'll see the Star Wars Stuff podcast there. and it should be a good time. I'm really genuinely interested in going
I
to this
know.
museum and spending time in there. And this is almost like the culmination, I think, of George Lucas's legacy in a lot of
Oh
ways.
yeah,
This museum will be there for a very long time and will
forever.
be inspired. I
I don't.
think that's the one thing to me. It's going to be very inspiring to a lot of people who want to go into the business of storytelling.
Mhm.
And hopefully it inspires the next George Lucas. I mean, you never
That'd
know.
be
It's in
great.
LA. And it
Yeah.
worked out. He originally wanted it in Chicago, and then they said no, that'd be too close to the lake or whatever. But I think it's in the right place. Being in LA makes sense to me. And
I know.
it's
Part of the article said it was like a gift to LA. Like they're funding the whole thing. The city is not paying for any of this and stuff,
and that's
even though it is
awesome.
going to be a public museum and stuff like that. It's not private at all. It is a public museum and stuff. So usually the
Yeah.
city would pay for at least the building and things like that. No, George and Melody are paying for the whole thing as a gift. You know what it kind of feels like? It feels like George. Oh, hi, Chris. It feels
I
like
thought it was
George.
Chris.
I had no idea.
He got an
It
alliance
feels like
membership.
he started gathering so much stuff because he's been collecting art, like comic book strips, things like that, that he's liked from local artists, things like that, since he was in college. It's like he just ran out of room and he's like, I need to build something to put all this stuff in there, kind of thing. But
Yeah,
I
I
found the
mean
quote that I really like too.
his philanthropic efforts for have been seismic. I think with
Yeah.
the sale of Star Wars and then donating the money, billions of dollars, and then this museum it's going to be there till the end, basically. I think, um,
Yeah.
and I'm like I said, I'm genuinely excited to go and check it all out and hang out in there. And I do
You
hope
know
they
what?
show movies in those
They
theaters.
probably will. You know what
Yeah,
I think is so funny? I think we think we're going to spend all of our time in the Star Wars sections of
yeah,
this museum. I actually don't think we will. I think we'll go in there and we'll be in there for like 10, 15 minutes and being like, "Ooh, ah, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening." But I think we'll actually spend way more time being emotionally connected to all the other art pieces that we probably never would have gotten an opportunity to see if it wasn't for this museum, you
yeah.
know? So, okay, I'm going to read this. This is the only part I'm going to read. David, look, are you looking at me? This is the only part I'm going to read. To give context, this part of the article is the conversations between Melody and George, like planning things, and they were talking about the cafeteria that's in there. But it gives good context into the actual quote that I left. So uh, they would say, "Here's our grilled cheese sandwich. It's on sourdough with Gruyere and pesto." And I'm like, no, it's on white bread with American singles from Kraft and butter. Hobson sends Lucas, to her bemusement, kept on insisting that the museum served pancakes. I'm like, George, do you understand breakfast? Hobson says, do you understand what time we would have to open the museum? And then it goes into this piece. Pancakes or not, there are more than 100 schools within a 10-mile radius of the museum. A reality that, in addition to shaping cheese preferences, inspired its education program. I wanted the museum to be a place where kids who don't have a lot of advantages that richer kids have can see stuff that they can relate to and understand that these things are made possible by the common belief system, Lucas says. Speaking, the museum is set up to reflect its founder's view of what art and society ought to be. We believe that art is in the eye of the beholder, he says. Nobody's going to tell you what you have to that you have to like this, but it doesn't have to make sense to me. That's what art is. He frowns in distaste. My feeling is art is emotional. It's not intellectual, he says. Are you emotionally connected to it? If you're connected to it, it's art. And if you're not, then it's not art. Oh, George, come on, buddy. I mean, I love this guy, but I really love this guy now.
Yeah,
Isn't that wonderful? I think that's so great.
yeah, that's the best. It made me automatically jump to. And if you guys have not seen this on YouTube, there's an interview that Christopher Nolan did with George Lucas at a theater, and it's the last line is hilarious. I watched the whole thing just to hear the last line of that interview because it gets a huge roar from the crowd, and it just, I mean, you just laugh because of the circumstances. But there was also, I think, when Oppenheimer was coming out and Nolan was doing the press rounds, he did one with, I think, a podcaster, and they were reading quotes from fans. And one of the quotes was, and I mean, this cuts right through everything. That's gets right to the core of it. This female fan, she said, "My life feels a lot like a Christopher Nolan movie. I have no idea what's going on." And then they just start laughing. And then Christopher Nolan says, he's like, "That's fine if you don't understand it. It's just how it makes you feel. You don't have to
Yeah,
understand it."
absolutely. Absolutely.
And
There's a
it's
lot of
like,
things I do not understand that I absolutely love.
yeah. And
Yeah.
that speaks to me so much
Yeah.
because that's such a that's such the paradox in my life. I'm such a logical person, but I mean, there's some things that you just can't explain, and stuff that you feel like in movies, and you understand and you get it. And that's what movies do. That's why they're so magical, I think, because it.
It's that human connection, you know? It's those things that, like, we all understand pain, we all understand love, we all understand happiness and, like, laughter and all those things, right? But we all understand it in different ways. And I think movies, music, all those things is what really connects us through that human experience
Mhm.
and stuff. And that's the root of it. I think this podcast is like such a beautiful representation of it. Like, I don't think any two of us are the same, and
Mm-mm.
we're all friends, and we all care for each other and stuff, you know? So, it's that human connection.
Yeah.
Good
Such a
old
great
Star
idea for a
Wars.
museum. Yeah.
I know,
Yep.
and we're gonna be there.
I'm probably
Um,
gonna have to be there no matter what.
you better. My dude, this is the room you'll be sleeping in if you stay with me.
Oh geez. Here we go again with
You
that.
just don't knock. I'm gonna count all my
Oh my
lightsabers.
gosh. I have to walk like this through there.
Yeah. No, I'll move the desk. I'll get the desk out of here. You'll have space, and you get your own bathroom.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, hello.
That's a perk.
I know. You get your own bathroom. You don't have to share with anybody.
That's funny. All right. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about here, which is kind of an argument point in our podcasting pals.
Oh,
Um,
no.
so watching The Mandalorian, we're all looking for the Easter eggs. What are the nods? What's
Yes.
the glub shitto and all that stuff?
Oh my god,
So,
you're gonna bring this up.
so we all know Craig Five is a big Luke Skywalker fan. I am too. I love him. He's my favorite character.
He's the worst character.
You could look
You
at it
guys are
several different ways. Okay.
you guys
I
are
mean,
nuts.
Lucas named him after himself. He saw himself in that character. So there's my argument. Um, you can see in the beginning of the film when they roll when they put the credits in front of the film, and you can see the base and you can see some X-wings. You see, and you can see the scaffolding they use to lower the R2 units in the fighters. And you see what looks like to be a blue astromech droid, which looks like R2D2 being lowered into an X-wing that looks like Red 5. And automatically, of course, your thoughts are going to be like, oh my God, could that be Luke Skywalker there at the base? At Adelphi base?
No. He's
I
busy.
Right. So that's what I thought too. There's another picture of it. It could just be like one of those random Easter eggs, like when they put the Falcon in Revenge of the Sith flying into Coruscant. You see it kind of like quickly. Could be one of those Easter eggs, or it could be story. Mary doesn't think it's story. I don't think it's story. I think they just put it in there.
They put it
But
in there so that we can have this debate.
right, I think it's a fun little thing. I do it too. I don't think it really means much. Craig Five, on the other hand, thinks that's Luke Skywalker.
We should text him, see if he's available to come on here to defend himself because I'm about to rip in.
Right. He thinks he's in the movie. He thinks that's R2. I don't think so. But that's just my opinion. I didn't make the movie. I haven't seen anything in regards to it. But
Here's the thing. Even if it is R2, we didn't get Luke in the movie. So
yeah.
it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can fill in whatever you want. At the end of the day, Luke was not in the movie. And he's not going to be at a Delphi base. He's going to go hang out with his sister. He's going to talk to his sister. She's probably pregnant with Ben right now, and he's checking in with her, you know?
Yeah.
Timeline wise, yeah, that makes it. Hold on, timeline wise, would Leia be pregnant with Ben right now?
So season 1 of The Mandalorian happens 5 years after Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Um, maybe Ben was already born at this point, because then you get season 2 and then season 3. I think that's a couple of years after, at least. So yeah, I think Ben is actually born at this time.
So then Luke definitely wouldn't be at a Delphi base. He'd be with Leia, checking if Ben was force sensitive because he's building a whole Jedi temple right now, and so or has a Jedi
Right.
temple
He
and
was
needs to
building the
figure out.
temple in the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah,
So it's probably pretty much complete. And
his
now he's
sister, his twin
maybe
sister, just
scouting.
had a baby.
Yeah.
That's an easy one to be like, is this kid force sensitive? We should start his training early on. I've even proven my point further. Beat that, Craig. Come at me.
Craig can defend himself.
He can later in the group chat.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So the few other things I think we want to talk about is this right here.
Woo!
So Mary and James will be at Anaheim Fan Expo. We released an Instagram post about it. There's going to be a ton of Star Wars people going to this. We have an image right here. I mean, you can see Mark Hamill, Giancarlo Esposito, Lateef Crowder, Brendan Wayne, Ashley Eckstein, Sam Witwer, Vanessa Marshall, Matt Lanter, Ahmed Best.
Ahmed Best.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be a lot.
Get his autograph
Taylor
on my
Gray,
poster.
David Collins. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of people there. Mary and James will be there. I don't think I'll be there. It happens at the end of June, correct?
June 26th.
June 26th. And there was also a report, it's not that one, that tickets are selling out fast.
Yes.
Here it is. So yeah, June 26th to the 28th at the Anaheim Convention Center, which is a great convention center. I've made a lot of memories there. It's a nice setup to have a nice arena. Very
if you
familiar.
saw any of our WonderCon stuff, same convention hall as what WonderCon not too long ago.
Yeah, I think this convention center is my favorite all-time convention center. I mean, you have the Hilton, and I think you have the Marriott right next door connected to it. There's a nice big parking garage. It's in Anaheim.
17 hotels all around you and all different price points. It is a good one. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. I've been to 2 celebrations there. And you've been to WonderCon there. Yeah.
Yeah, I've also done like day job conventions there as well.
Yeah.
If you don't
and
know,
also the Hobbits will be there.
All the Lord of the Rings.
Elijah Wood is a Star Wars family. Dominic Monaghan is Star Wars family. You can check them out too. Also,
hopefully we'll be able to get some interviews in with people too.
That would be fantastic, and we'll post them on Patreon first, at least. Also, there was also another announcement for Rebel ScumCon happening at the in the middle of August here. These are the last 4 announcements. Yeah, Scott White, Charlie Bushnell, AJ Lucasio, and Dennis Haysbert. So these are all Maul Shadow Lord voice actors. And I think Charlie Bushnell is also in Percy Jackson. He has that fan base.
He plays the antagonist in it.
Oh, okay. Dennis Haysbert, of course. Everyone knows him from the Allstate commercials, but he was also Master Loki Doki Daki Dio.
Uncle Jockey. Let's just start with Uncle Jockey.
Daki, yeah. Loki Daki Dio. Um,
Oh my lord.
and yeah, you got the actor that did the voice of Maroc
Mm-hmm.
and Dryden Voss too. I always thought that they got Paul Bettany to come back, but I guess they didn't.
I don't think Paul Bettany wants to do stuff like this. He
Yeah.
was at the Saturn Awards when we were there, and he very quickly walked the red carpet. He did the photos and he ran.
Uh, Chris on YouTube says, I want Dennis to say, are you in good hands?
State Farm, right?
That's Allstate.
This is Allstate. Oh, don't tell my cousin that. I think my cousin has an Allstate office.
Oh, wow.
Jeez, and I couldn't even know that. That's bad.
Yeah. Insurance.
Dude, Rebel ScumCon, their lineup is they're doing a really good job with their lineup. It's very exciting.
Yeah. They have Bryce Dallas Howard, John Boyega,
Yes.
Lateef Crowder, Brendan Wayne.
They're going to have all the animated voice actors there too. I believe Ashley, Matt, and John.
Denise Goff.
Oh, yeah?
From Andor. Kyle Solar from Andor. They got a pretty stacked lineup, and we will be there as well. In Frisco, Texas.
I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to fly into. Love Field?
DFW or Love Field. Either one.
Okay.
And also SpaceCon. I'm
getting so many points. I'm getting so many points.
Nice. I'm getting no points. But yeah, we also want to talk about SpaceCon. SpaceCon is right around the corner, June 12th. We mentioned it at the top of the podcast. But yes, we will be there too. We will have a booth. We'll be there with the Countdown City guys. And of course, Hayden Christensen will be there. Ian McDermott, Jimmy Smits, Daniel Logan, Giancarlo Esposito. Shin Hati herself, Ivana Sakno, John Cena. Young Emperor Palpatine, Tom Hiddleston will be there.
So excited.
Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston.
And if you love Star Trek, there's a lot of Star Trek actors that'll be there too.
If you love Smallville, Tom Wallings is going to be there. If you love Daniel Logan is going to be there. If you love the X-Files,
Mulder and Scully.
David
Duchovny, Gillian Anderson.
Jillian. That's what I was saying. Why did my brain go blank on Jillian? I have a photo op with her. Awkward. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of huge names across space fandom and science fiction fandom that will be there.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin Sorbo is going to be there if you're a Hercules fan. There's
nice.
Saturday mornings. Have my cereal. Watch Hercules. Watch Xena. Then watch Young Hercules.
Yeah, Chris on YouTube says it's going to be hot. It's going to be in the 90s, which I don't think is as hot as it was that one convention. It was ridiculous. It was like 100 and something degrees, and with the pavement, the sun like bouncing off as well. It was ridiculous.
You're not making me excited for this. This Cali girl.
Well, I mean, everything happens indoors. It's not going to be. There's going to be AC. I mean, it's not going to be a big deal. Just moving from your car to the building, you're going to feel it.
I'm heavily debating. So I'm like creating an Amazon list of like things I need to get for this trip and for like all these Dallas, like Texas trips that we'll be doing and stuff. I'm like, do I invest in one of those like clip-on fans?
Yes. Even at the booth, I think is a good idea. I bought a couple of fans before. I want to say
you just did an inventory count of all the swag that we're going to have on the wheel and stuff, right?
No, I haven't. I've looked through it, but I haven't done like the final count because we're taking stuff to SpaceCon and then Rebel ScumCon, and I'm going to take the stuff out that the actors or celebrities from Star Wars that are going to be at Rebel that aren't at SpaceCon and vice versa. And but then there's crossover like Giancarlo Esposito. He's going to be at
Hmm.
both, so I'm probably just going to split that in half, which is going to make more room in my box too. And yeah, we'll have the prize wheel. We have free stickers as always at our booth. Also,
And
we'll be
buttons.
doing buttons and bracelets. We can make a bracelet at the booth. Mary will be there all day at the booth with me, except when she
Making
goes to see Hayden
bracelets.
Christensen.
Yes. I have a date.
Yeah.
I have a date with Anakin himself. And the question is, do I wear my Anakin t-shirt, my Anakin crop top with his face all over it? Or do I wear my Darth Vader t-shirt where he's doing a little heart? Or do I wear my I can change him with Anakin on it? Or do I wear my shirt that says but I love him? I don't know. There's so many options right now.
So many options, so
So many
little time. It'll be
options.
here before we know it.
Ugh. I feel
Yeah.
like it was 3 weeks ago when we first decided we were all going, but it was actually during Christmas time.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to give out. So tons of stuff. Funko Pops, figures, books, pins. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot. So come by our booth. You'll see Chris too, and Chris will probably be hanging out there. Um, and I think that's pretty much it. Is there anything else that you want to touch on?
No, I'm
All
just here
right.
for the
Oh,
vibes.
actually, there is one more thing. Um, I'm a big fan of Mosh Isley. I go to it every time I'm in a
Oh, yeah.
city where they're having it, and they just started the sale for tickets, and the next one will be in San Diego during San Diego Comic Con, July 24th at the Music Box. I've been there
I love that
twice.
he's on a skateboard.
Yeah, and yeah, the tickets are actually on sale now. And the bundles for the merch. The merch is pretty cool. I got a couple of T-shirts. I got some stickers. They
Nice.
sell mini lightsabers. Merch bundles go on sale on Monday. I'm probably gonna buy one because
Okay.
I'm such a big fan of that. And Ted and I, we always go during Comic Con, and it's always a good time. It's always a great
I
vibe there.
I think so I won't be at San Diego Comic-Con, but I think I live close enough where Austin and I will probably join you guys for Mosh Isley.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Mosh Isley and dinner.
It's a lot of fun. Somehow, some way, we always make it towards the front.
That's the only place I like to be for shows and
Okay.
concerts. I like to be on, like my hand be able to touch the stage.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of
Uh,
fun. It's a lot of fun. They play a lot of stuff that's really cool. Oh, okay. Chris will be there too. Oh my gosh. So it's gonna be me,
it's gonna be a
you,
party.
Chris, Ted. Oh my gosh.
Austin. Maybe I can convince James
Austin,
to drive down with us.
James.
I'll
Yeah, we
try to
could
convince James.
we could form like our own like group
A
and like
little group.
move as like one like unit and go wherever we want. But
Elbows
yeah, I was
up.
thinking about
We just
doing
gotta
like
be
a
elbows up.
I was thinking about doing like a mosh cosplay. I know a lot of people do that. Um,
Fun.
I was thinking about taking my white Boba Fett helmet and putting on some like LED spikes or something like that because
Oh,
it's supposed to be like emo and that type of vibe. And I have some
skate Vans
patches.
Warp Tour vibes.
Yeah,
So
I have some
here's
patches.
my dilemma.
Yeah.
Vans Warp Tour is happening the same weekend.
Ooh.
Correct,
Who are
in
you
Long
interested to see
Beach.
there?
Everybody.
Oh. Okay, so
That's my
who?
problem. 3 Days Grace, Atari, TX2 is gonna be there. I think they're gonna get Avril there this year. My big thing is like Aquabats. There's always like a good mix. I think Rancid is gonna be there again. There's always a good mix of like really established bands and a lot of like new ones. And I discovered so many new bands that I loved last year at Warp Tour, like Selfish Sons, you know, so part of me is like, do I go to Warp Tour in the afternoon in Long Beach and then head down to Moshe Isley, and
How
then
far is
come
that
back to
drive?
Long Beach. Maybe an hour and 40, maybe
Oh,
two
that's not
hours.
bad. That's not bad at all.
No. Long Beach is okay. This is what I'm talking about, people. I'm telling you guys about Celebration. My house to LA is 30 something miles. It's 2 hours. My house to San Diego is about 88 miles, maybe 98 miles. It's 2 hours, but it's going out of the city. So it's so much faster.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and usually Lucasfilm employees show up to Mosh Isley too. I'll just say
Ooh.
that.
We get some
So,
names to connect with on LinkedIn.
well, I
That's the route.
mean, the person that usually shows up never wants to talk to anyone,
Oh,
and
rude.
doesn't look like he wants to talk to anyone. We've spoken to him
So why show
before, and it's an old podcasting story, but um,
intrigued?
yeah, I don't know. It might be that thing where like you work and do Star Wars all day, all night. Do you really want to go to a party and still keep on talking about it? I don't
But
know.
you're going to a Star Wars party. You're
Yeah.
going to a Star Wars party.
I
What
don't
did you
know.
think was gonna happen? If he was, like,
It
going to a restaurant that had nothing to do with anything Star Wars, if he went to Cheesecake Factory and someone approached him about Star Wars, then I get it. Alright, bro, I get it. But when you go to Mosh Isley, no, guess what's gonna happen? People are gonna try to talk to you about Star Wars.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just like his approachability. He doesn't look like he's approachable. He just has
Well,
like that face.
you
I don't
know
know.
what? It's okay to have boundaries. I understand boundaries. If you want boundaries, I get it, dude.
Yeah. And so yeah, some of your favorite influencers and podcasters will be there too. So
AKA David Lozano.
well, I mean
He's
there's
my
other
he's
people
my
too.
favorite podcaster.
Yeah.
David
I
Lozano
was
is
I was
it.
shocked. One of my old favorite podcasters, he showed up. And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. This is getting bigger." So, yeah, buy your tickets as soon as you can. I think a general admission ticket was like $72.
That's not
So,
bad for a fun
yeah.
night. Is there
Yeah.
drinks? Are there drinks? It's a bar?
Yeah, I mean there's two, I think there's two bars. There's one
Okay,
downstairs, one
period.
upstairs. And yeah, I think there's three levels to it.
Uh,
And there's a VIP thing as well if you want to do
nice.
VIP.
If you guys
I
see
never
me
do
there,
VIP because I just started going to it, but and it's like I know people in there, but it's not like I'm gonna like I'm not super close with them. Like I think
mm,
Gabe gets VIP all the time. He's always up there. Um,
fun.
and I think the president of Roosevelt's is also there as well.
The new one? The new
Yeah,
president?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I think his name
I
is
guess it's not new
Justin
anymore. It's been
Sanfeld.
like a year. It's been like a
Yeah,
year now, right?
yeah.
Wild.
Since Japan,
Yeah. I can't believe that was a year ago. Over a year ago.
I'm telling you, time flies. Um, yeah, and I think that is finally it. And yeah, we got a lot of events coming up, and stay tuned. We're gonna try and get more content out there for you. I just uploaded some of the pictures from the behind the scenes theater trips that we did for El Capitan and Hollywood, the Walk of Fame, the Man's Chinese or TCL Chinese Theater, um, and also my trips as well. And then the
Nice.
video of Mary with Grogu at El Capitan is on there as well. So yeah,
That was
check that
so
out.
good. Can you tell I was excited? Can you tell?
Yeah, yeah, I could tell.
And then, please tell me you at least edited out the end piece where I look at my husband and go,
I didn't.
"You're so pretty touching it."
But you have to be a top tier Patreon member to see it. So
Oh, thank God. Adam, enjoy.
yeah. All right. So thank you to everyone on Instagram that decided to join. Some people commented. Uh, J.M. Ruiz said, Marcia Lucas, she rests in peace. And I think that's the only comment from Instagram there. So yeah, find us at Instagram at Star Stuff Pod, Twitter at or X at Stuff Pod, Blue Sky. Search up Star Wars Stuff Podcast, Threads, Star Wars Stuff Pod. Support us on Patreon. We got new content every now and then. I'm going to try and put up a lot more. We might have a few things coming out during SpaceCon. Also, we have an email, starwarstuffpodcast@gmail.com. We have a Facebook page and group. We'll post in there occasionally. Thank you for everyone that contributes there. Also, if you could give us a nice review, 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, that'd be great. We do have a website that is finally kind of up and running here. James has typed out a bunch of fantastic articles. The latest one is on The Mandalorian and Grogu. StarStuffPodcast.com. Check it out. And that is it. From Mary, my name is David, and may the Force be with you.
Always.
This is the way.
Aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper?
No.
I plan to tell them I was kidnapped.
Don't want to wanga.